Hey Warriors fans, welcome back to another deep dive into everything Golden State. Today we have some absolutely wild news that has just come to light. And if you thought the off-season chatter couldn't get any crazier, think again. The latest reports suggest that the Warriors are seriously eyeing two of the most iconic players in the history of basketball. Players whose names are synonymous with greatness. One of them is often debated as the greatest of all time, and of course, I'm talking about LeBron James. The other, equally electrifying, is none other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. These are not just rumors anymore. This is being treated as a real possibility by insiders. And it has the potential to completely reshape the league if it actually happens. Before we dive further into what this could mean for Golden State, let's talk about Giannis. His recent behavior with the media and public comments have been raising eyebrows everywhere. He's openly criticized his teammates for being selfish. And it's clear that frustration has reached a boiling point in Milwaukee. Reports indicate that it's highly unlikely Giannis will stay with the Bucks for much longer, which opens the door for the Warriors to make a major play. The idea of pairing Steph Curry with Giannis is something fans have dreamed about for years, and now it may be closer to reality than ever before. The Warriors are reportedly exploring the possibility of acquiring Giannis through a trade, while also keeping an eye on LeBron. As he approaches unrestricted free agency, this dual-target approach is bold. But Golden State has never shied away from making bold moves. The situation with Giannis has become especially pressing because of the way his frustrations have been voiced. He's publicly noted that the team isn't playing hard, isn't working together, and that individualism is taking precedence over team success. Comments like these, coupled with his limited involvement in some games, suggest that he may be preparing to explore options outside Milwaukee. It's the kind of scenario we've seen before, where a superstar subtly signals discontent, and eventually, the move happens. This creates a rare opportunity for a team like Golden State, which has the championship culture, the resources, and the appeal to attract a talent of Giannis' caliber. On the other side, there's LeBron. While his current season in Los Angeles may not be turning heads in the way many expected, the prospect of pairing him with Steph Curry has long been the stuff of fan fantasies. People have talked about Steph and LeBron teaming up for years, but the timing never seemed right until now, with LeBron entering free agency soon. The idea that he could join forces with Curry in Golden State is more than just a hypothetical discussion. The Warriors front office reportedly sees this as a legitimate scenario, one worth exploring, and it would instantly change the dynamics of the Western Conference and beyond. The recent Warriors games show why a move like this might be necessary. Despite some incredible individual performances, including Najee Marshall stepping up in a spectacular way, the team has struggled to find consistency. Injuries have hit key players, such as Jonathan Kuminga, and while his talent is undeniable, the gaps in the lineup are becoming more apparent with each passing game. Curry has carried the team through these challenges, but the attention he draws on the court means there is only so much he can do alone. To truly contend at the highest level, Golden State needs another superstar, someone who can take pressure off Curry and complement his style of play, whether that's through scoring, defense, or leadership on the court. Fans have also noticed the effect of these injuries on the team's overall performance. The Warriors had promising stretches where their play looked smooth and unstoppable, but setbacks against teams like the Dallas Mavericks highlight just how thin the margin for error has become, even when young players or role players step up. The absence of consistent high-level talent in critical moments is painfully obvious. Watching Najee Marshall's incredible game, where he scored over 30 points and nearly achieved a triple-double with flawless shooting, emphasizes the contrast. The team can witness moments of brilliance, yet still fall short because there's a lack of depth and star power to carry the team in crucial moments. It's not just about replacing injured players. It's about strategically elevating the team to a level where they can compete for a championship consistently. Golden State has a proven system that maximizes the talents of its stars, and adding someone like Giannis or LeBron could create unprecedented offensive and defensive synergy. Imagine the spacing and movement opportunities with Curry handling the perimeter and passing, while a player of Giannis' size, skill, and versatility dominates inside and on the break, or envision LeBron orchestrating the offense alongside Curry, making plays and creating matchups nightmares for every team in the league. The possibilities are staggering, and the Warriors seem willing to explore every option to make it happen. At the same time, This scenario brings its own challenges. Integrating players of this caliber isn't simple. There are contracts, chemistry, and roles to consider. Not to mention the adjustment period that even elite athletes require. But the potential rewards may far outweigh the risks for Steph Curry. The chance to play alongside another generational talent is a rare opportunity, and the idea of pairing him with someone who can draw defensive attention away, create space, and contribute at an elite level is tantalizing. For Giannis or LeBron, joining a team with championship experience, culture, and coaching stability offers a path to further cement their legacies in a highly competitive era. Off the court, the rumors alone are already sparking excitement and debate among fans, analysts, and former players. People are envisioning highlight plays, clutch moments, and a redefined Warriors dynasty. There's also the matter of how such moves would impact other teams, trades, and free agency strategies. If Golden State successfully navigates the complexities of acquiring Giannis and/or LeBron, it could trigger a ripple effect across the league, forcing contenders to rethink their rosters and game plans. It's the kind of scenario that basketball fans live for: high stakes, dramatic decisions, and the potential for history-making lineups. The Warriors' current situation makes these moves feel even more urgent. They have talented players, but injuries and inconsistency have exposed vulnerabilities. Jonathan Kuminga's setbacks, the reliance on Curry's brilliance, and the team's occasional defensive lapses all highlight the need for an additional superstar. In this context, pursuing Giannis or LeBron isn't just about ambition. It's a calculated step to maintain the team's competitive edge and championship window. These decisions could define the next era for Golden State, shaping not only their on-court success, but also their identity as a team, willing to pursue greatness aggressively. As we dive deeper into the potential of the Warriors landing Giannis or LeBron, it's impossible not to consider how these moves would affect the current roster and team dynamics. Steph Curry has been the undisputed leader, but the pressure he faces on both ends of the floor has never been greater. When you watch the games, it's clear that opposing defenses are fully keyed in on him. And while he continues to perform at an elite level, there's only so much one player can carry. Adding Giannis to the mix would completely change that. His ability to attack the rim, defend multiple positions, and create scoring opportunities for teammates would relieve Curry of some of the defensive attention that has been draining him, and allow the Warriors to open up their offensive schemes in ways that have rarely been possible in recent seasons. The beauty of Giannis on this roster is how versatile he is. Golden State already plays with pace, precision, and spacing, but Giannis brings an entirely different dimension. He can handle the ball in transition, dominate in the post, and finish over multiple defenders, which forces opponents into difficult defensive rotations. Pairing him with Curry's shooting range and movement creates a combination that would be nearly impossible to defend in the modern NBA. And beyond defense, Giannis elevates the Warriors' defense instantly. His length, athleticism, and defensive IQ allow Golden State to switch seamlessly on pick and rolls, protect the rim, and contest shots at a level that few teams can match. It's the kind of upgrade that transforms a great team into a true championship contender overnight. LeBron James, on the other hand, brings a different but equally game-changing skill set. His ability to read the floor, control pace, and dictate plays is unmatched. While some may question if he can still keep up with Golden State's style of high-tempo basketball, his basketball IQ and adaptability are second to none. Pairing LeBron with Curry would create one of the most formidable offensive duos in history. Curry's gravity as a shooter, combined with LeBron's playmaking and ability to finish at the rim, would force defenses to constantly shift, leaving open shots for role players and creating mismatches at every turn. Add a player like Klay Thompson or Draymond Green into the mix, and suddenly the Warriors' floor spacing and defensive balance become nearly unstoppable. Of course, bringing in either Giannis or LeBron isn't just about skills. Chemistry matters more than most. Fans realize Steph has always been a player who elevates those around him, but he also thrives when his teammates complement his style. Giannis offers unmatched athleticism and versatility, but integrating him requires understanding spacing and timing, especially on a team that thrives on ball movement. LeBron's experience in multiple systems, championship wins, and leadership would make him a more straightforward fit in some ways. But he also demands touches, influence over strategy, and a voice in team dynamics. The Warriors' front office would need to carefully navigate these factors. to ensure the team's culture remains intact while maximizing on-court performance. Another factor to consider is the ripple effect on younger players and role players. Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and other emerging talents would have opportunities to learn alongside all-time greats. But playing time and roles might shift significantly. Integrating a superstar can sometimes mean that promising young players must adjust or adapt, but it can also accelerate their growth. For example, having Giannis or LeBron on the floor could create situations where Kuminga develops better defensive instincts or learns to move without the ball more effectively, while role players like Poole or Wiggins could focus on complementary strengths. This balance between nurturing young talent and adding elite veterans would be a tightrope that the Warriors would need to walk. But the payoff could be enormous. In addition to roster considerations, there's the mental and motivational factor. Giannis has shown frustration in Milwaukee, and reports suggest he's seeking a fresh start with a team capable of championship contention. Steph Curry's reputation, leadership, and proven culture of winning make Golden State an ideal landing spot for LeBron. Joining Curry and the Warriors offers a chance to chase another title in a system that has consistently succeeded while providing him with new challenges and a change of scenery from Los Angeles. These factors make the rumors more plausible than ever when players of this caliber are considering moves. It's rarely just about money or location. It's about legacy, opportunity, and being part of something special. Let's not forget the impact on the league as a whole. If Golden State lands one or both of these superstars, the Western Conference landscape would shift dramatically. Teams like the Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, and Suns would have to rethink their strategies and roster construction, potentially triggering a wave of trades, free agent moves, and tactical adjustments. The ripple effects would extend into the regular season, playoffs, and even next year's free agency. Every game the Warriors play would carry higher stakes, and every matchup would be scrutinized as opponents try to find any way to slow down a team suddenly loaded with generational talent. The media narrative alone would be explosive, with debates about the greatest duos, potential super teams, and the future of basketball dominating headlines for months. The Warriors' current struggles highlight why these additions feel necessary. Despite flashes of brilliance from players like Najee Marshall in moments where the team has looked unstoppable, the reality is that injuries and inconsistent performances have exposed weaknesses. Jonathan Kuminga's setbacks, Gary Payton's defensive inconsistencies, and moments where even Curry can't carry the team alone all show that Golden State is at a crossroads. Adding Giannis or LeBron isn't just a dream. It's a strategic necessity if the team wants to maintain championship contention and protect the culture that has brought them multiple titles in the past decade. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Shockwaves are rippling through the NBA after a stunning development involving Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. What began as quiet locker room whispers has suddenly exploded into a full-blown rumor shaking the foundation of one of the league's most iconic franchises. Multiple internal signals, now echoed by a carefully worded confirmation from the organization, suggest that Curry's long-assumed permanence in Golden State may no longer be guaranteed. For years, Curry has been more than a superstar. He has been the identity of the Warriors. His shooting revolutionized basketball, his presence defined an era, and his loyalty became a symbol of stability in a league obsessed with movement. That is precisely why the latest news feels so devastating to fans and insiders alike. The franchise's acknowledgement, while vague and guarded, was enough to ignite speculation that something fundamental has shifted behind closed doors. Sources close to the situation describe a growing sense that both sides may be approaching a crossroads. Financial considerations, roster direction, and long-term competitiveness are all believed to be part of the internal debate. While no official declaration of departure has been made, the mere suggestion that Curry's future could lie elsewhere represents an unthinkable scenario. Not long ago, the silence around specifics has only intensified the sense that major decisions are being weighed in private around the league. Executives are reportedly monitoring the situation with intense interest. The idea of Curry becoming available, even hypothetically, alters the balance of power across the NBA. Teams that once dismissed such a possibility are now quietly reassessing cap flexibility and asset stockpiles, just in case the impossible becomes real. For Warriors fans, the emotional toll is immediate. The thought of an era ending not with celebration, but with uncertainty is difficult to process. Whether this rumor proves to be a leverage play, a transitional moment, or the early sign of a historic separation, one thing is clear: the NBA landscape feels unstable in a way it hasn't for a long time. Stephen Curry leaving the Warriors is no longer just a fantasy whispered in rival cities. It is a question that now hangs uncomfortably in the air. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.